YouTube, welcome back to episode 13 of the Final Whistle podcast. You got me on your top right, Mike, one of five of your hosts today. To my right, directly below me, we have Terrence. Right next to Terrence, on the bottom left is Simon. To my left, we got Chris. And to Chris's left, all the way at the top left of the screen, we got said to kick off the show. We got to be more NBA heavy this week. So, our first topic is, should the Pistons be taken more seriously?
Honestly, I feel like people give the Pistons respect right now because of their record, but when it comes to like finals and like Eastern Conference finals, I feel like a lot of people kind of dismiss them a little bit. But the East is wide open right now. Like none of the teams right now are proven. The Celtics are the most proven, but they're missing one of their stars, like their best one or two player. Depends if you put Jaylen Brown above him. But that's a conversation. That's a different conversation. So I definitely feel like this Pistons are the old adage of like you are what your record says you are. You are what your record says you are. So Pistons have been dominant. That Spurs game kind of scared me. That kind of got me worried. I really don't think that was a game they should have lost, being as physical as they are. But they swept the Knicks, a team that a lot of people have pegged as finals this year. And then they also are leading the Eastern Conference right now record. I think, what do they have? Second best, third best record in the league? Like their top three record in the league, maybe four?
I think they're second. I don't know.
So second. It'd be the Spurs or them. It just depends on who has a better record. I think Pistons are above the Spurs, so.
Give it a bean, bro. I don't see any other team in the East beating them in the playoffs. The Spurs game, I get what you're saying, but it is just a regular season game. And you got your big man suspended. Like, if you don't have all your horses, I'm not gonna beat you up too bad. What I think really put people on notice about the Pistons is kind of what you mentioned with the Knicks. It's not just that they swept the Knicks, but they beat the fuck out the Knicks. Like, I think out of the three games, it was like an 87-point differential. Like, they were whooping it. And mind you, the last time was without the two bigs because of the suspensions, and they still dogged me. I look at the Cavs. It's hard for me to trust them when James Harden is considered to be a big part of your team. I don't even think he's really that big of a part because you do have Donovan Mitchell and you got Jared Allen and Evan Mobley, but I just don't trust the Cavs.
What about
the Celtics? I think they're doing great for the regular season. But when you get to a 7-game series and you only really have one true guy that can be a scorer and like dominate, it's gonna be tougher for him. Like they could probably win a first round, but if they see like the Cavs or the Pistons in the second round, even the Celtics, even the Knicks, it might be an issue for the Celtics. So
if I don't think Tatum comes back,
even if he does, it's gonna take time. I don't think he's gonna come. He's gonna come back like at 80%.
Better than a bench player at 100%.
Last year, to the Knicks.
You was cutting out, bro.
Who TV playing?
Is that Mike?
Yeah, it's picking up my background.
You said I was
what'd you say, T? Yeah.
Nah, I was saying, even with Tatum last year, they were down 3-1 to the Knicks. So, like, him, like, hurt coming back, I'm not too scared about that. I do think the Celtics are playing great, but it's like a regular season thing. I think when the playoffs start, they're going to get exposed a little bit.
They do have a big center. Like, their center position is completely different than what they've had when they've gone on playoff runs in the past. But, I don't know. So what are you thinking?
I'm not gonna lie. I had to take my glasses off because I don't see what y'all seeing. I don't see where the Pistons are going. I don't see the Pistons making it past first round. If I'm being honest.
Wait, what?
Yeah, don't see him making it past first round.
Have you
Sorry.
watched what?
I watch him. I'm
gonna-
a huge fan of Cade. I like Tobias. Little sorry old ass. He decent.
Been good looking.
Duran is nice. I fuck with Duran. Isaiah Stewart not finna do nothing for you in the playoffs. Neither is Asar Thompson because he's not a scorer either. Duncan
Defense.
Robinson, gone drop that in the trash. Ron Rollins is playing way better than Duncan Robinson is. So I'm looking at it. I could see them if the Hornets made it in the playoffs. I could see the Hornets winning in 7. If the Bucks made it to the playoffs, I could see the Bucks winning in 7. The Pistons are an okay team, but you're taking advantage of a sorry conference. Hell, the Heat, Norman Powell might just torch them for 40. I don't know. I don't see the Pistons going that far. And I love Jalen Duren. He one of my favorite big men. I
I'm not
don't
gonna
see
lie to you.
Donovan Mitchell and James Harden.
He's one of your favorite what?
Big men.
Wow. Pause.
Pause.
Y'all know what I said. I mean, that nigga built like a tank. That's all I'm saying.
bro.
Yo,
That's-
Take
Pause.
it. Hey, take it as you want to take it.
Wow.
Is that what you were listening?
All on that. All on that energy. All on that energy. Hey man,
I'm gonna keep it a bean,
if I want someone to box out for me, it's gonna be Mr. Duran. That's Mr.
Bro, so we just gonna keep adding on to it, okay.
So who do you have winning the East?
It's gonna be a crazy selection. It's gonna be a crazy selection.
Please say it. So you don't know is what you're saying.
I see the Celtics or the Bucks.
The Bucks.
Giannis coming back, Cam Thomas, Kevin Porter Jr. doing his thing out there, Ron Rollins doing his thing. You got Bobby Portis and you got Miles Turner. Hey, I don't like Doc, but I think Giannis
Rivers coaching.
Guess what? We got Giannis.
Who's
better than Kay Cunningham?
Doc Rivers ain't made it to the finals since I was in elementary school, brother.
Hey, Miles and Bobby, y'all make it hell for Jalen Duren. Make it hell. Just crowd him. He can't shoot for nothing.
So
that's free throw shooter.
Let me ask you this: do you feel like this run that the Pistons, because they are number one seed in the East?
That's cool. That's nice.
You think it's just some regular season shit? Like you don't think they're gonna keep it going in the playoffs?
I definitely don't see it.
They've been on the trend upwards, like for the past couple of years now. They've been getting the right players, the coaching staff. They've been on an upward trajectory. So you don't think it's in a wide open Eastern Conference? You don't think they could take on a
like them? JB Bickerstaff is nice, but let's be real. Outside of Cade and Duren, who on that team are you taking on your team?
They did sweep the Knicks from the regular season series. I think the closest game was 11 points, 12 points.
All right, didn't Mikal miss a game or so during this season? OG Anunoby missed a game. Cat missed some games. Jalen Brunson missed some games.
Don't get me started on the Knicks, bro, because the Knicks been fucking around, bro.
That's cool. The last game they played, weren't they at the Garden? Weren't the Knicks healthy? And wasn't it the two big men for Pistons suspended? And didn't they still win by what, 20?
One game? So one game where they had everybody healthy?
That was the last game of the series.
One game they had everyone healthy.
You get swept.
So you gonna ignore the other two when they whoop their ass?
Was everybody healthy?
Doesn't matter. Like you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose every game in the regular season to this one team. And you're gonna use health as an excuse.
All right, cool. So regular season gonna just trump everything now. Like we haven't seen.
I'm not saying that.
No, we didn't see teams going losing skids and still go deep in the run. Like the Knicks the Pacers last year. They was beating hella teams that we thought they had a chance against the Thunder. A slight one, but a chance.
All right, look. I'm gonna keep it a bit. I disagree with you. I do get where you're coming from like a little bit. It's because
Donovan Mitchell and Spider dropping 30 each.
The Pistons aren't tried and true. Like they don't have the championship experience necessarily. So I get what you're saying. Like I'm not saying they're a lot to make it to the finals, but if you ask me who I thought has the best chance, they look like the most complete team. Just how they play and everything. Like they look like the hungriest team. They look like the deepest team most nights and all of that. So I don't
Defense?
really see. Yeah, in the
Oh,
East anyway.
we got
So I'll
Javante
say
Green, Isaiah Stewart as niggas and on the bench, and we gonna say defense?
I'm just saying, bro. Who
Defense?
who who is more deep than them in the East?
Hold on. You
their
trust
play
they
style
defense?
also is like
Man's is
the
home.
playoff officiating also favors the Pistons with how physical they play. But I'll also say this: one of my coworkers brought this up today. He's like, one kind of standard or kind of like point at this like way to kind of tell or look at as like finals contenders at this point in the season is see what teams have gotten to 40 wins before they got to 20 losses. There's only 3 teams in the NBA that's got that right now: Pistons, Spurs, and Thunder.
That's like me saying in football, the team that gets 10 wins, like you still lose. You can
No, you
still
still
lose.
can. You
It's
still
not the
can, but
same.
that's like you
Hey,
got a
let me
big
make
head
my point,
start
Terrence.
on the
Let me make
season
my
right
point.
now.
It's not the same because football is one and done.
All right,
You
cool.
you can be the best team doesn't always win in football, but
Hold
in
on.
basketball, usually the best
So
team wins the series.
do you want to go band for band real quick? I could do this with the Cavs. We can go line up for line up. Cavs gonna dust them.
I hear you, but I don't trust the Cavs, bro. Do you trust the Cavs to make it to the finals?
I don't trust the Pistons to make it to the finals. It's the same
Especially if
thing.
Pistons have home.
But you still
Pistons are
you
gonna
still
have home
haven't
court
said who
advantage.
you got going to the finals in the East.
Celtics or Bucks.
Yeah, you crazy as hell.
Giannis coming back. Who on that team stopping him? Let's be real. If y'all
He
talk
hasn't
about,
even.
hold on. If
Giannis
we talk
hasn't
about
even been
Cleveland,
healthy, bro.
cool. I'm praying he gonna be there. So what I'm saying is, when y'all want to
Okay.
talk about playoff physicality, cool. What's gonna happen to Cade? Who ain't never been in that type of situation?
What's the
What's gonna
Bucks'
happen to
remaining
Cade?
schedule?
Cool.
Are
Just
the
throw
Bucks even
bodies
gonna
at him.
make playoffs? Are the Bucks even gonna
Oh,
make playoffs?
they are. They are. I'll take a bet on that too. They are. Giannis coming back. We know what
Let me
Giannis
look.
do. That's a
For
Let me
how
look
walking
at
long?
the
nigga.
remaining schedule, and we can make. I might make a bet with you.
Hold on. Who y'all throwing at Giannis? Tobias Harris?
How about
Jet-
the? I know I'm throwing at Giannis. I'm throwing the fucking trainer at Giannis, nigga. He been hurt all fucking season.
Cool. Once the Pistons can actually shoot threes like consistently and not just rely on another team being off, ah, ah, I don't look at
Oh,
them as that good of a team. I'm sorry. They're decent. They're nice. They're trending. They're trending upwards. Like Simon
I,
said, they're trending upwards.
I watched
But
that last Knicks game, and the
this is
Knicks
peak.
weren't just choking. The Pistons were suffocating them with their defense. Like they were making the Knicks uncomfortable at home.
Cool. I get all that. That's one game for me. That's one game. It's regular season. One loss out of my mind. We focus on the next journey, and that next journey is going to be overcoming the Pistons.
you know what? I disagree with you, but time will tell in this one, so I don't
Let's
really
be
have to
so.
say too much.
So am I lying? Who you trust on that Pistons team outside of Cade and Jalen?
It's
Nobody.
not. It's not even just about that. It's about how they play. Like you said, they play good defense and they play together. They get in
They're,
transition and all of that. And it's not even so much that I believe in the Pistons that much. That's not even what I'm really getting at. It's that I don't trust anybody else in the East. I think they're the best in the East out of what you have to pick.
they're honestly
And you
kind
can
of a
poke
blend
holes
of
in
the.
every Eastern team.
They're kind of a blend of the Spurs, Rockets, and Thunder in a sense of like you got a superstar, but like the team as a whole also chips in and contributes on scoring. But the superstar does do a lot of the work. But then as a whole, other than that, they focus on defense as a team.
The Hornets play good defense. If we're just gonna just be saying stuff, the Hornets play
Hey,
good defense. They've been
hey,
number one since the start of this year. So I might as
I was
well
going
just
to
throw the
say
Hornets in there. Then
the
they've been
Hornets actually making a name for themselves. I'm not even gonna lie.
and they're gonna
no,
make a
yeah,
name when they
Hornets,
whoop. They'll make a name when they whoop on the Pistons if they match up. That's just all
I
I
ain't
got.
gonna
Hornets.
lie. Now
I haven't
that I
seen a
have to
Hornets game,
disagree on.
so I can't say that. But they've been
That I
doing
have to
hella good
disagree
lately.
on though, because the Hornets really don't have the Hornets. They even barely have a winning contender team. Like, and we haven't seen previously. So
We
I
saw the
that,
we saw the Warriors. Didn't the Warriors make it to the second round off of playing? Didn't the
Okay,
Lakers?
So I'll say this: you're talking about the Pistons being a regular.
round. Using that logic, then when was the last time the Charlotte ever went to the playoffs? When's the last time?
It ain't about the last time you win. It's about now. We focus on the present, not the past.
I mean, yeah, but just like how you said about the Pistons, you hold on. You just said about the Pistons saying that they don't have a playoff contender team. What about the Hornets? They don't have a playoff contender team.
The Pistons didn't have a playoff contender team. I said I don't see them making it far. That's all I said. I said I feel like this is peak. And then also with the logic of when was the last time they made it? Do they have the same players the last time they made it? No. We got 4 people that scores over 19 points per game. Miles,
I will say
Tobias Harris, Con Knuckle over goddamn Asar Thompson, LaMelo, same level as Cade. Cade. I ain't gonna go that far.
Nah, so if you're gonna say the Pistons are having like a regular season fluke, I feel like the Hornets are more of a regular season fluke. Like they're winning in the regular season, but like they have no playoff experience besides maybe a couple people that have like a little bit. But Pistons at least they were playoffs last year, right? Like
Yeah, they were in the playoffs last year.
yeah, so they got recent playoff experience. They got more than what the
Hornets
Hornets
in the
have.
playoffs last year. Don't do that, brother.
They were so sorry. They didn't do that much for me to notice. I'm sorry.
I mean that was part of their growth path. Like
they lost to the Knicks, who are worse this year than they were last year.
Which surprise? Thought they'd be better.
No, because they changed coaches. Mike Brown doesn't get the same out that team, and the Knicks have they're barely 500 when one of their starters don't play.
That's okay. So that was the only thing I was worried about. Like I like how the new coach like doesn't play his starters as heavy of minutes because that's going to help them in playoffs. That's one thing that's always been like the thing that hurt them when they got to playoffs. But they have no bench. Like their starting roster's so loaded and like there's so much money put up for them that you can't pay to get depth. So it's like if you don't have them out there, you're taking an L. It's like Jokic, the Nuggets used to be when he was off the court. They just lost, and then he went back on and had to like take the league back and just ball the fuck out.
They got buckets on their bench though. They just don't have another big outside of Mitchell Robinson who can't do that much. And if we talking about depth, every other team that I mentioned, Celtics, Bucks, even the Hornets have depth. If we're being completely honest, yeah, they got depth. I like Jordan Wash. I ain't gonna lie, off the bench, I ain't gonna lie. Jordan Wash the only person I can think of. I lied. But the Bucks got more depth, in my opinion.
I feel you with the Bucks. My thing is, I don't trust Giannis' health. The last 2 years in the playoffs, he got hurt, and he's been hurt all year this year.
So my question is, if they have depth, why have they been losing? Thunder starters haven't been here. Their depth's been winning games, but the Bucks depth hasn't been winning games.
That's what I said. I like the Bucks depth. I think Giannis come back and he'll be healthy. But like
I'm gonna tell you this, bro. At the very least, I think the Pistons make the Eastern Conference Finals. At the very least.
Want to bet?
Most definitely.
Which one to bet on?
You tell me.
100.
Buy me a Pistons jersey.
No, I said 100. 100. We bet 100.
Same shit. It's about the same price.
Yeah, no, but I want the cash. I don't need a jersey. Ain't gonna do nothing for me.
I'll give you 100 straight up. I want you to buy me a Pistons jersey.
All right, what player? Oh, player of my choice?
Huh? Hell no! If I win the bet, I tell you who the fuck I want.
Damn, bro. I wanted to get you a Darko Milicic jersey. You'll be the only one with it.
I love
it'll be special. It'll be special. I don't remember his number. I get you a Tyshawn Prince jersey.
I would rock that hoe too. If I got a Pistons jersey, I would want it to be a throwback. I want it to be like Chelsea Billups or Ben Wallace or some shit like that.
I'm gonna just get you an old player that retired from there. I'll probably get you like a Brandon Jennings or like a Gilbert.
Brady? They're gonna get you a jersey that. He gonna get
Grady. I'm not. Listen, I'm not agreeing to this bet if you're gonna do that. No, I get to pick the player.
Tracy McGrady Piston jersey is rare though. You know how many things they probably sold low? Nah, they probably sold a lot because that's Tracy still.
Nah, they not rare in that goddamn stock office. Ain't nobody want to buy them bitches.
You'll be the only person to have it. You'll be a unique character, just like the Pistons if they
Nah,
make
I'm
it.
good on that. I already got a Tracy McGrady Rockets jersey. I don't need a Pistons jersey.
Yeah, Spurs, Pistons. You could use all of them.
Nah, I'm good.
I might get them for a bundle too. That's how you know I don't believe in them making it. I can
But
get you the Tracy Rockets, Pistons, all that.
At this point,
you know
might
what,
be getting the
Tracy
entire starting
McGrady?
lineup.
You know what, Tracy McGrady Pistons jerseys at? They're in some third world country because they shipped them bitches out. They
Hey,
gave it
that's fine.
to them hoes in Guatemala somewhere going crazy.
I was gonna make a joke, man. But I think
I get where you're coming from. Because if you telling me that you don't trust the Pistons because they're not experienced, I get you. And if you want to make the argument playing devil's advocate here a little bit, we have seen teams like the Hawks be number one in the East and then do that. But the difference is the reason the Hawks were number one seed is because they went on a crazy winning streak. And then just kind of carried out the number one seed the rest of the way. This has been a consistent play from the Pistons all season.
all right, so when they crash and burn, I just want to say, hey, everybody tell me I'm sorry for thinking wrong
No, no, no,
about
hold on. Because we didn't even specify what's if they make it to the Eastern Conference Finals,
you.
you owe me a jersey.
You can choose a jersey. Ben Wallace, Rip him, like
And
all of them.
if they lose in the second round, I give you your 100.
Hold on, whoa, you limited me to second round. Hold on, let's do it if
That's
they.
what you mean.
They got to lose first or second round for you to win. Like
That's
That's
what
true.
I'm
That's true.
saying. What the
you were
fuck you
just saying they
talking
wouldn't make
about?
Eastern Conference Finals.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take it. I'll take it. I have to, work with the dial frame.
Don't flag on him, Mike. He talking crazy over there, man.
I'm gonna win.
That
I'm gonna
man's
win.
not in his.
It's just like I'm gonna win the Cowboys.
I get where you coming from. I just disagree, and then we can agree to disagree on that one. We just going
Yeah,
It's one of the
that's true.
things you kind of got to wait and see, because I can't prove to you that they're gonna do it because we haven't seen it yet. So that's why I get where you're coming from. I just believe they will. You don't, and that's fair. I get you.
And we like us agreeing to disagree. Like I'm agreeing that you're wrong, and you're disagreeing because you're delusional, and I understand that.
Wow. See, I
I
was trying to be respectful with your crazy ass. Nigga, you said the Milwaukee Bucks are going to make it further than the Pistons. You crazy as hell.
You also
arrest
defended
me.
Chris.
Arrest
Like
me.
you defended Chris's Colts, bro. So you don't got a good resume going right now.
Let me ask you a question.
Hold on.
Who's your football
Say
team
it.
again?
Oh, it's the Cowboys, but I don't expect shit from them. I'm a realistic fan.
I
I'm
would
a
expect
realistic
greatness.
fan.
I would expect greatness. Yeah, how many Super Bowls
Oh,
y'all
because
won? I would expect
I
greatness.
understand Jerry Jones, but
You
okay, no, I
got
will say this. Not trying to go off on tangent. Cowboys are my favorite underdog team going into next season. I love what they're doing with the coaching staff. I think this is the best coaching staff they've had in a long time. Now, I'm not saying like I'm not saying they're going to win a Super Bowl, but I'm saying like they're kind of my favorite underdogs in a sense.
I'm
Like
saying you got to say
No,
I'm
that,
not saying
but you
like
got you can say
don't do that to
playoffs.
yourself,
You
Salvin.
can say number one in the division.
but
You
like
can say
no, so
that.
like I honestly would not be one. Like I honestly kind of expect us to maybe be a wild card team. I don't expect us to win the NFC East. At best, I see us being a wild card team and possibly not even making playoffs.
Damn,
But I'm a believer. I see hope for the future, bro. Like hope I haven't felt or
that didn't
seen in a
sound
long
real
time. Like
hopeful.
our coaching staff, like is actually fine. I actually believe in them right now. I gotta see how this defense, the coaching staff plays out. But I believe, like we finally
I'm
got
going
a
to tell
good
you,
head coach that understands what the fuck he's doing.
boy,
I see
Jerry
the vision.
Jones. Jerry Jones will mix that Kool-Aid real well. And y'all drinking that shit, boy.
By the
It's
way,
a lot
by the
lighter than
way,
I wanted it to be.
not even gonna lie to you. We mentioned the Hawks. I say the Hawks could beat the Pistons in a 7-game series with Jonathan Kuminga. With
You
Jonathan
trolling now.
Kuminga, Jalen Johnson, Nikhil
You trolling now.
Alexander.
This guy stinks.
You trolling now, bro. I'm not dealing
I'm
with
being
this, bro.
honest. I'm being
This dude
honest.
on that
Matchup for
Houston crap
matchup.
right now, bro.
But
100.
matchup for
percent
matchup, though. Matchup for matchup. I can see it. Even though
I
you
know.
can't come on the bench, I can see it.
And this
I
is
ain't saying
where
it's gonna happen. I can see it.
Next thing he knows, he's gonna be saying the Wizards.
you know, you know what I'm saying?
Trae Young come back. Keyshawn George over there, Alex Saw. I like it. I like it. But I just had that's a Raven like vision, and I just saw the Hawks, and I was like, I can see that. Like I can see them putting their hand on top of the Pistons and just like smashing it down the ground and just being like, this our shit.
I feel
Next
like you
topic.
just hating on the Pistons. You crazy, bro.
I can't wait for playoffs to
I
start.
spoke so highly of Mr. Dern. I spoke so highly of him.
You did not, bro. You were very disrespectful. It's cool
You
though.
spoke highly of him and then pushed him in
Maybe
front of the
Low
highly.
bus.
key, low key. I might want to Isaiah Thomas, the OG Isaiah Thomas jersey.
I can get you the new Isaiah Thomas when he played for the Pistons.
Nah, I don't want that shit. I want Zeke, brother. I want number 11.
I heard Joe Dumars or like something of that nature. That's what I was thinking.
I low key take Joe Dumars.
Yeah, then we're not doing that one.
You just being a hater, bro.
Nah, I'm fine. I love the Pistons are decent. They're nice. I like them. They're nice little young core, but I don't believe in them.
I agree that like if they go in, can I see? Are they invulnerable? Hell no. They definitely can be had. But I think out of the teams in the East, they've proven to be the most complete team. I wouldn't even go. I know I said the deepest, but I wouldn't even go that far. I just think that they're the most cohesive unit. They play the best together, and
And they're
so I think
consistent.
that'll take. Yeah, I think that'll take them far in the playoffs. So does that win them a championship this year? I don't think so, but I think it can make them to the conference finals at the very least.
All right,
So said, do you see them? Do you see the Pistons as finals contenders within the next 5 years?
It's hard to say
Yeah, I was like that's
because
hard because every team's going to get better. Things are
They're
going to
gonna get
change.
better. They're gonna get better. Like assuming
They're
every
not
team
going to
comes
get that
back
much better.
healthy.
They're not going to
I
get that
just
much
say,
better.
but with like basketball, you can see so much movement. We don't know what
Oh,
may
there's a
happen.
lot. Yeah.
You don't know what happened with Giannis in the offseason. There's so much shit that can happen that
Well, I'm
like
thinking.
Mike
I'm
knows.
thinking like right now. Assume like the main parts of everyone's roster stays the same. Kind of like everyone gets
Yeah.
healthy. Each team kind of picks up a little something. Like you don't see them like at that point. Like even after
No.
having some playoff experience, like
I,
this year, next year.
I can see the Celtics taking the East back. It's a few teams. To say its credit, like teams like the Hawks and shit to get better. Like they'll catch up.
Facts.
And then
It's a
like
If the Wizards can somehow stay healthy, dude, they're honestly a scary team on paper.
on
If they
paper,
get some
but
good, if they get some good pickups, if they stay
but
healthy,
like
I said if they stay healthy.
but like that's what I'm like. I'm
I'm
also
talking
looking at
about.
it because like if
Wait,
anything
wait,
happened,
wait.
like
Did we say stay healthy and Anthony Davis in the same sentence?
Yeah, it's not gonna happen. So yeah, no.
Okay,
That
I
was
just
like
want to take note of that.
that was one of those ifs that are like already like in the air, headed to the trash can. It's just on its downfall. It's waiting to get to the trash
I'm
can at
just
some point.
like I'm looking at it. I'm just like it just depends. Cause like just say in the next 5 years, Giannis ended up going to the 76ers with Maxey, Edgecombe,
That part,
Grimes. I
That's
wouldn't
scary.
see. Yeah, that's what I'm like. All right, it just all depends on that. Like, cause even with the Hornets, like Hornets
Oh
going to get
yeah.
better. They're still young. Miles averaging 19. This is probably one of Miles' best seasons. Brandon Miller kind of actually having like a subpar, like down year in the sense because of health and everything. Con Canipple gonna get better. Lamelo
Pacers,
already talented.
bro. Tyrese Halliburton to be back. I don't know how good
Now
he'll be, but like I'm just saying, like it's other teams that like the Pacers. I mean, the Pistons aren't on a run to where they're just down. They're number one, but I don't know if we can necessarily call them like a dynasty or a dominant team. They haven't done that yet.
I don't think what the
My
Pacers
Pacers.
is
Oh, go
Siakam.
ahead. Well, no. So
Siakam getting
my thing with the Pacers is they traded away some honestly key pieces that were a part of that playoff run, and so I feel like they're kind of almost in a like a partial rebuild mode. With Tyrese, like Tyrese's gonna come back. You don't have Mather anymore. He was big in their playoff run. You don't have Miles Turner. He was crucial in that playoff run. Like
Yeah, no, I agree
those
with
are
that.
some big pieces. So like I feel like they're kind of like they need
I'm
to
just
get a
throwing in
couple of
my
pieces
thing.
before you consider them. Like I feel like
But the point I'm making, like, it's hard to say because we also haven't seen a team make the finals in consecutive years. And how long? It's not just about the repeat champions, but the same two teams don't even really make it back most of the time.
that's facts. Those the Warriors and Cavs, that era was just crazy.
Hey,
Now,
my
yeah. So
loss.
what's the Mike? What's the next topic?
Next topic: should Jaylen Brown be the MVP frontrunner?
No, no,
I
I'm
agree.
lying. I can see it, but at the same time, I don't agree with. Because I think
I feel like you're
he's
more like
nice,
of
but
a 50-50 on it.
I am. But it's also I'm going off for the 65 games, and it's like he's the only
That
person that
part.
might make that 65.
That's where I was
You're like,
going with that. Because if you're talking about statistics, shit, Jokic is averaging a triple double. I don't know if y'all noticed, but this man is leading the league in rebounds and assists at the fucking center position, shooting 58% from the fucking field, and he like 42 from three. Like Jokic is proving he's the best player in the league,
I,
the best player in the world.
okay.
But I say this. Number one, it's what said about the 65 games. That part plays a big part in who could be eligible for the award. But number two is just the fact that, bro, the Celtics are what, number two in the East? And with Tatum not being there coming into the season, we had no
It looks
expectation.
better.
We didn't even think they was going to be like competitive like that. So for him to come out there, he got a career. Jaylen Brown has a career high in points and assists and rebounds this year. Like he's playing his best basketball, and he's really carrying that team on his shoulders. So with that being the case, it's kind of I feel like he should be like one of the candidates, front runner. We'll see because we still got this like the back nine of the season to go. So somebody will pull away, but I definitely think he should be in that conversation.
I pull like some odds right now of who is gonna win MVP for NBA. Jaylen Brown, and Luka are tied for that's fifth. At number one is Shea. And I'm looking at FanDuel, by the way. So
I don't
Shea's
think
odds of winning MVP are negative 130. Jokic is plus 300. Cade Cunningham is plus 500. Wemby is plus 1800. And then Luka and Jaylen Brown are both plus 4,000.
I'm gonna tell you
Oh,
why Shea and Jokic can't be it because they're probably not going to reach the minimum games. That's what we're talking about.
no. I was
Well,
They're
gonna
gonna
say
miss too
Cade.
many games.
I was gonna say
Cade,
Cade.
Cade should be in that conversation too, for
that's
sure.
no, that's
I
what I was gonna
can't.
say. Like if Pistons keep winning like they are, and their season ends with them having top two record in the league and winning the Eastern Conference regular season wise, like I feel like that kind of puts Cade up there, maybe above Brown, just because they actually were the best team in the East
I
during
wouldn't
the
be
regular
mad at that.
season.
I didn't want to
And
give it.
it wasn't like just like the Celtics, you didn't expect the Pistons to come out and do something like that this year. Uh, so like I feel like Cade Cunningham, if like assuming the season continues like it has, I feel like he gets it. But then yeah, like I feel like Jokic might play. I feel like Jokic has a better chance to play the minimum amount of games than Shea does. Or is
No,
he already past it? Because I feel like
Jokic can,
the
Jokic can
the
only miss one more game this season, and he's battling a wrist and a knee injury right now. He's gonna miss more
okay.
than. I don't think he's gonna get it. I don't think SGA is gonna reach the minimum either. If Jokic, I think Jokic would be MVP.
Okay. No, so I think honestly don't think Luka's gonna win it. Like it's like every season when he was in the Mavs, he's always in the MVP conversation, but like he never gets it. Like he's just not as good enough for that year. And so honestly I think it just really kind of boils down to Brown and Cade Cunningham. So I think Cade Cunningham will eventually win it, but if we had to give it out today, Brown 100%.
Bro.
You know, I
Jared,
said what
Jared
you want to
Allen.
say.
Oh no. It was by my parlay. Jared Allen sold me.
Yeah.
And him and Brandon Pajemski. Yep, we're done. We're done for the night.
Chris, what's your take on this shit?
Jug in your hand, brother.
I'm gonna be real.
Chicken.
I haven't really paid attention to like the MVP stats, so I can't really put my 2 cents on that. But I will say this though. I feel like who really should. Let me ask y'all this though. Let me ask y'all this. Do y'all think it's too far fetched as of right now? Do you think it's too far fetched for Anthony Edwards to win it?
I think he's in the odds as well.
I mean, if the Bulls just go on a fucking massive run to end the rest of the season, and he's the one leading it, and they like all of a sudden are the number 2 team in the West or number 1 seed, then yeah, but that's a big like I don't see him doing that. That's
Big ass
not too possible.
Even if that happened, I would still have to look at it and say Jaylen Brown had a better year.
Yeah,
And he
because
did more with the rest.
You can have your argument, yeah.
that's
I'm
the
like,
part that's gonna help Jaylen Brown. The fact that he did probably the most with the least. With Tatum out, it's that idea that they should be able to focus in on him, but he ended up elevating his game in a way that we didn't. We knew he probably could do, but we hadn't really seen, and he did that shit like with really nobody. Like it's not just that he lost Tatum, but from that championship team, you lost a lot of your pieces. You no longer have Drew Holiday. You no longer have Kristaps. It's really just him and Derek White. If we keep it a buck.
I mean, honestly, as good as he's done this season, it may start up like conversation or rumors of like whenever him and Tatum first were like young in the league and they were losing. It was like, all right, are we gonna have to get rid of one person and keep the other person? Like, as good as he's playing, like it could potentially spark up conversation like that, especially when it comes down to paying him, like re-signing him, extending him. Like,
both of them are. They already got paid and they won a championship together, so they knocked those conversations away when they did that.
So like one thing with that though is like you've done it. So like you could go and be the face or the leader of your own team somewhere and like do it on your own at that point. Like some players have thought that process a little bit and done that.
Think he gonna go Kobe on him?
Yes.
Hey, they get one more. Say they get one more championship, maybe 2 more championships while they're still under contract.
I'm gonna tell you why I don't see that happening. It's because Jaylen Brown has technically already got the accolades of that. Like he was the Finals MVP and he was the Eastern Conference MVP. He might fuck around and win a regular season MVP. So unless you say
a Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan situation almost.
I wouldn't even say it like that because in that situation it was a clear 1 and 2 in the pecking order, whereas the Celtics have never really had that with them.
It's a clear 1 and 2.
Yeah, I feel like there is. I've always leaned Jaylen Brown. And it's not just lean. I've always been on his side of like being better at him and Tatum.
JT led in everything last year.
That's what I'm saying. Jason, you see, that's what I'm saying. Y'all literally just said 2 different people. That's why I'm like, it's not a clear 1-2 in that.
See, I feel like Jaylen Brown was the most consistent person throughout that whole run. Like every series, every game, damn near, like you could at least count on him. Where Tatum was like a little more hit or miss. Like I feel like there's a reason Jaylen Brown was MVP.
Tatum would still drop 16 and have 11 boards, 6 assists, and a block or 2. It's like he still was getting it done.
I will like say you got a point. Like you can't really say it's Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan because there was definitely a lot bigger talent differential between them. But like I do feel like you got a 1A and a 1B player, like, and it's clear who's 1A and who's 1B, but both of them could be a number 1. But to me, it's clear who's A and who's B.
I just got to point this out here and get off topic, but like, every time Chris takes a bite of something, that man is just like staring directly into the soul of the camera. Like I mean, up close and personal.
That boy ate that shit.
But,
Insane.
but nah, man, unless you feel like Jason Tatum would just had that, because I don't see Jaylen Brown doing it. He's already got the validation that I'm capable of being the best player on this team. So it would take Jason Tatum's ego to be on that shit, but he got paid more. So it's like they both kind of been validated as these two guys are the leader of our franchise. And I think because of the conversations that was early on about how they should be split up and all of that, I think it brought them together in a way to where it's like, fuck what everybody else saying. We gonna stick together and we gonna do this shit.
Kind of them against the world. You do bring up a good point. That could be a good mindset.
If anything, and it's the Celtics, bro. This is like the icon. You got the Lakers, of course, but the Celtics have the most championships of all time. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Valid question.
Yeah.
That Celtics team, 08, Paul Pierce, KG. Who do y'all consider was the best player on that team? So that's how I look at it.
Rephrase that question.
That's a good comparison. I see what he's saying.
I still KG was the best player, but Paul Pierce would also have great games.
And he was the closer. Like in late game situations, you're giving the ball to Paul Pierce. But KG was probably the best player and the leader of that team.
And that's JT.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah. And you see, they didn't choose to leave each other. They got shipped off. That's the only reason that shit didn't stay longer. Like, they stayed together for like 2-3 more years after that. They ran into the Heat and was losing to them. But and that's kind of how I see this. And that's a good comparison because Paul Pierce won Finals MVP, but they didn't even make it to the finals until KG arrived and you got Ray Allen on that team.
And that's why I'm like, KG will have a 20 and 12 game. Paul Pierce will have 30. I'm not looking at that and being like Paul Pierce the best player. Just like if you look at the Kings with Sabonis, even the Pacers with Sabonis with Victor Oladipo, you can still see that Sabonis was the best player. It's just Victor Oladipo was the closer.
Yeah, and somebody and skill sets matter, but like it's two sides of the ball. KG was the leader defensively, emotional leader, like all of that shit. And so when it comes to the Celtics now, I think JT is technically the best player, but who's more effective is Jaylen Brown. I get what you said, Simon, about the he was more consistent, but you also got to think if you're the number 2, and they're keying in on him, that's kind of how that's supposed to go.
Now I get like y'all make a great comparison. Like everything you're saying is like great, but like I just like personally, like if I had to say one person's better than the other, I'm gonna say Jaylen Brown's better than Tatum. I feel like he's a better just all around player in terms of two-way playmaking, point scoring, bucket. Like I feel like.
Well,
they're really close, but like
I agree with you, Simon. So you said, I feel like me, in my opinion, I feel like Jason Tatum is a better scorer than Brown.
Well, so like, and that's I was about to say as I said that I was like, they're better in like certain ways or certain aspects. Tatum, I feel like could definitely is a little bit more of a bucket getter, but like. Tatum, I feel like when I think of Tatum, I think about more threes. He can definitely toss somebody up and drive. But like Brown, I think more like kind of driving, getting like in the like I don't know. I think like the different types of scoring in a sense.
Because Tatum is the better shooter, and he gets to the free throw line better. Jaylen Brown is a better athlete. He's probably a better defender.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
We've seen Tatum. We're saying Tatum dropped 50 in the playoffs. Brother, like, don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
My thing is, I don't think Jaylen Brown that much better of a defender than Tatum.
I agree with that part.
Blocks, he get more blocks. He's a better rebounder, and even when you want to say playmaking, he's a better playmaker than Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown is a playmaker now because he have no other option but to be a playmaker because everything is on thin on him. But Tatum is a bucket getter, and then also Jaylen Brown is he benefits from the fact that Tatum can drive and make contact. it puts other teams in a bonus to where Bronson, Derek White, even Peyton Pritchard would drive,
Most
get fouled,
definitely.
go to a foul line. So that's why I'm like, I look at it and I say Tatum. I ain't saying he's super better, but he's better. Like it's okay to be Robin. Like everyone got to have a Robin.
Oh yeah, no. So
I
okay, let me ask you
I'm
this
gonna say it
question.
like this.
He said
I'm gonna say
everybody
it
got
like
a
this.
Robin.
It's not even Batman and Robin. Them two are like Iron Man and Captain America, bro.
Or
They
now
got
you're doing
different.
too much.
No, I'm saying it's like it's not. Neither one is like clearly better. They just serve two different roles and are better in better aspects.
So do y'all think the
Because
Celtics record would be better if Tatum was healthy and playing right now and
hell
Brown was
yeah,
out hurt?
Yeah.
I'm
Mm.
gonna be
How much
honest with
better?
you,
Like
bro.
for
If
number one
Brown was
team in the
out hurt,
East?
Bro, if Tatum was healthy this season, fuck the Pistons. Real shit.
even
I
without
mean, you're not
Brown,
wrong.
I can say their record would still be the same. And I also feel like Derek White played better with Tatum than he do Jalen
He
Brown.
does. Because Tatum is a better facilitator. He doesn't it don't always show up in the stats, but he knows like how to like draw the attention of the defense to get the rest of his team going, including Jalen Brown. And it's just that Jalen Brown knew how to play off of that in that championship run, which is why his numbers look better. But they were still running the offense through Tatum. That never changed.
And Drew still will ball out some games. And then you
That
had
part.
KP who will ball out some games. So I'm looking at it, I'm just like, Jalen Brown is like, he went from Robin to Nightwing. That's all he did for me. He's still not the guy to me.
So
I ain't
yeah,
saying he's
no.
just another guy, but he's not.
I'm not gonna say Robin. I say that it's kind of a Shaq and it's not Jordan Pippen, it's more Shaq and Kobe, where it's a legit 1A, 1B because Shaq was the better player, more dominant player, and was like the best player on the team, but everybody knew Kobe would get your ass that work too. That's kind of how this situation is. Like Jason Tatum is the better player, but you know that Jalen Brown will give you work as well.
And
Yeah,
also,
we just gonna have to agree to
wasn't Jalen
disagree
Brown
on this
drafted
one.
first? Like, wasn't Jalen Brown drafted before Tatum?
Yeah, the year before. They both were drafted
Yeah.
number three though.
Tatum got the keys. And I feel like he was better, but they also had Kyrie at that time. So
But you also gotta think about Tatum's also has a year of experience over Brown in the league too. So
That's not true. Jalen
you
Brown
said,
has a year of experience
yeah,
over Tatum.
oh, I thought you. Okay, my bad. I misheard that. I thought you said Tatum got drafted first. My bad.
nah, Tatum
Okay.
was drafted the year afterwards. Cause I
Okay.
remember
Just so I
that
make Chris
plan.
happy, I'm throwing a flag on that.
All right.
Just to make Chris happy.
Yup, yup. That
I
man
was hearing
bounced
it
back in
too.
the camera
I
for the
was hearing
flag.
it too. I was hearing it.
What was you hearing?
The good question would be if say you switched it and instead of Tatum being out and it was Jalen Brown out and you only had Tatum. Do y'all
That's what
think the
I said.
Celtics?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what he
I think
said.
yeah, like
I think the record would be the same.
yeah, but I don't know. Like I get what you're saying, Simon, but if you put them side by side, I think it's not like they're like neck and neck. But you would probably take Tatum just because he's a little bit more versatile in everything that he can do.
And
I'd
it,
take Brown.
and it also, but it looks better because we're able to see Brown without Tatum.
Yeah,
No,
so
So we
that's
going
why
off of
it's an
this
unfair
year.
comparison.
that's why I asked the question of like, yeah, like do you think the record would be any different if Brown was out and Tatum was playing?
But what he's saying is it's hard to make that argument against
No,
for
yeah,
Tatum because we
we
seeing it
haven't
with
seen it.
Jalen Brown. We don't. It's not
Yeah,
Jason Tatum hasn't had that opportunity, so we really don't know. We know what Jalen Brown has done without Tatum, but we don't know what Tatum would do without Jalen Brown. They could fuck around and be the number one seed, and then this conversation wouldn't even be a conversation. We don't know what would happen, is what I'm saying.
no, I know, but like, what do you think would happen?
I mean, it's kind of just a subjective opinion at that point. Like, I
But
could
not
tell you that
facts.
they'll win every fucking game. I don't know, like real shit.
I about to say I can tell you
It'll look different though.
Tatum will probably average a double.
I think so. I think Tatum would be a
Would
better. I
their
think he
record be
would
different?
probably. And I'll tell you this: Tatum would average about the same amount of points because he's averaging about 29. Tatum can do that, but he would
Yeah,
probably average more than the 5 assists that Brown has.
I'll give you that.
Just from driving kicks, but like even the rebounds, because him is Quinta damn near the same height. Like Quinta is what 6'9", 6'10". I can see
That's
Brown. I mean, I can see Tatum getting more rebounds. That's why I was like, I can see him averaging a double.
I don't know where they will be record wise, but I would say this very confidently: Jason Tatum's stats would be better than Jaylen Brown's.
I can see 29, 10 is 6 or 7
I would
assists.
say 29, like 8.7 rebounds and maybe like 6.5 assists, something like that.
Bro said 8.7 rebounds. Holy shit. Where did you get that number from, man?
That's how that shit rounds out. It's like basically what I'm saying is between 8 and 9 rebounds and like between 6 and 7 assists a game.
Oh, I thought you were saying, okay.
Oh, like 8.7 was real pinpointed.
Specific. Yeah.
Listen, brother, I'm an accountant. I'm sorry. Numbers is just, hey, bro, that's how I get down, brother.
That nigga
Yeah,
said I
I was like, what
calculated the
math you got going
numbers.
in your head? Bro got a whiteboard in his head. There's some like person in there just marking shit up.
That's actually how that shit works, bro.
He said I didn't calculate every number possible, and that's what I came up with.
But nah, bro,
I
like,
believe it though.
I think Tatum will average a few more rebounds and he'd be better of a facilitator than Brown. And that's to Brown's credit because he's playing, like I said, he has career highs and all of that this year. But I think Tatum can do that too. He's capable of that.
All right. Yeah, we just have to agree to disagree on this one because unlike Chris, I'm not hopping over the fence or just like sliding over the fence. And
You
staying
can
on my
slide
side.
over a fence. You can slide over a fence, on.
Well, Chris stays on the fence, so he just slides to one side or the other depending on what side he wants to be on.
Hey, I'll say my input on. I'll say my input on some things that may not seem far fetched, but don't ask me to defend my answer. I got enough not to defend a little bit, but nigga.
So you just pole dancing on it, just the pole dance. That's what I heard.
I was doing it for the love of the game.
Yeah, and I meant that how I
That's like
said it.
literally what he said.
Yeah, I meant that how I said it.
But yeah, moving to the our next topic. Something that Terrence probably wants to know is who would make it further out of the Rockets or the Lakers.
Rockets.
Lakers, just because I don't like the Rockets.
There you go, hating again.
I'm a
That's
natural.
honestly, man,
like
that comes down to
Lakers.
matchups. But I kind of lean Lakers just because you got Luka
I'm
and
not
LeBron.
surprised with that. I'm not
Just because you
surprised.
got Luka and LeBron. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I get that. But what else?
I can never go against my GOAT.
You got Luka and LeBron. What else do you need?
We're not doing that today, brother.
Get further than the Rockets can.
He's just trying to bait me, bro. And I'm not gonna do it, man.
Hey man, Kobe would be disappointed if you.
You're about to make me say some real disrespectful shit. 'Cause I'm not gonna take it there, but Kobe,
you remember how the Lakers beat the Rockets when we were in LA last year?
I'm in the regular season.
Yeah.
But you remember? Did we have KD then?
I was just going to say it's a different team.
Did the Lakers have DeAndre Ayton?
Oh, wow, that's crazy. DeAndre Ayton and KD is crazy.
So that's what we're doing. So you're comparing the addition of DeAndre Ayton to the addition of Kevin fucking Durant. That's what we do.
No, I'm not comparing that because the Lakers already have their superstar. Like. Lakers already had Luka, so getting DeAndre Ayton makes Luka better. That's a big. The Lakers didn't have a big before that could play with Luka. They at least have a big now that can play with Luka. He's not great, but he can at least play. Better than what they have last year.
And so you're saying
he's their bench player now, not their starter. He was not a starter. Holy shit!
And you're saying that offsets us adding Kevin Durant.
Yeah, with the current roster of the Rockets, with all the injuries you'll have, yeah, I think
I ain't
Lakers
going
could
that
go a little
far.
bit further.
I ain't going
But I
that
will
far.
say, I'm not like if I'm like I'm not far past the middle though. Like I'm close to the middle, but like
I'm
because
still,
Rockets
I'm
as a team
still,
overall, the Rockets are better.
I'm still like trying to process how DeAndre Ayton's addition equates to us adding KD.
Okay, so take that. Let's not even look at it from that way. Y'all adding KD puts you up there with the Lakers all of a sudden. Lakers are already up there with the
Oh, that's
superstar.
crazy.
Now you got a superstar. So now, like in terms of superstar, now you're even.
Mm-hmm.
But then
No.
Simon,
DFS, Dorian Finney-Smith, dude, big fan of his, love him. Well, he was a Mav, then went
Simon,
to the Lakers, and
I
now
think
he's with the Rockets. That was a big pickup. Like now, if you're like KD got even with the Lakers in terms of like superstar, I
so.
would
Simon,
say with the team, like DFS was a better pickup for the Rockets. Like he's a bigger win than what
I'm gonna tell you
KD
this,
is.
bro. Your first thing you said was you said why, and you said because I got Luca and LeBron. Did you know that y'all actually average less points when all three, like Luca, Austin Reeves, and LeBron, are
Yeah,
on the court
because those
together?
three don't play defense anymore. Like LeBron doesn't
No,
play
no, no,
defense
no,
anymore,
no,
and
no,
then
no.
the other two don't play defense.
I'm talking about y'all offensive efficiency. It ain't got shit to do
Oh,
with your defense.
okay, yeah, my bad.
Y'all offense scores 10 points less per 100 possessions with all three of them. Y'all are actually better when LeBron is not on the court with him. They don't know how to
Oh,
fucking play together.
I
yeah,
ain't
no,
gonna lie.
I don't think I think LeBron was great for Luka in terms of learning how to prepare for a season and treat his body, but I don't think they're a great pair together. But I also think LeBron is washed. Like kind of
Wow,
okay,
that's
washed is a
crazy.
stretch. No.
Wow.
Washed. Okay,
I didn't
let
take
me
it
back
that
that up.
far.
Washed is a stretch. Yeah, I took it. Okay, that's too far. Let me backpedal. He's 100% on the downhill side. He's still
Thanks,
better than a
Mike.
lot of players, but at the same time, I feel like you definitely see Braun pick and choose plays a little bit more than he like take some plays off when he used to not to. And it's like you're not getting when you think of LeBron, you think of LeBron, like
So,
Cavs, Heat, like,
so,
and you're definitely not getting that player anymore.
so are you going to blame LeBron for when the Lakers don't make it? Like when
No,
they don't go far.
no,
All right,
it's not
so
his team anymore. It's not his team anymore.
all right, so that's my thing. You saying
Honestly, like
wash?
I
What?
don't expect the play like Lakers to do much. They don't have a team around Luca like
I'm not
yet.
gonna
That's
lie.
fit for
I
him.
again, I blame Luca.
Luca
This
knew
is
how to play
all
defense.
gonna
That would
be
be a
on
lot
Luca.
better.
All right,
That's
cool. Y'all
okay.
want y'all want
That's a whole different argument. Like that's
so
talking about what
so
we're talking about.
we
That's Luke,
depending on the
but
41-year-old to play defense, but the young guy who don't play defense, who choose
yeah,
plays, who gives up, who don't have effort. Same thing with
yeah,
DeAndre Ayton. I said I said the Lakers would make it far, but that was me being a hater. Make it further. 'Cause I was being a
yeah.
hater. But I'm
Talk
also
about the
realistic.
Rockets.
Yeah. I think the Rockets will make it further. But DeAndre Ayton give up on plays. Luca give
Oh
up on
yeah,
plays. Oh hell, the inefficiency. Motherfucker shooting 4 for 9 from free throws. That is a
yeah,
problem. But
yeah.
we like even last night, LeBron had 12 in that first half or like the first quarter. LeBron can do his part. But if
Yeah,
I gave you the keys, I don't need y'all coming to
you
me
better
about
drive.
defense. What about him? Why he don't lead the team since it's his team now? Hey, Luca, you lost weight. You got in shape. Go out there and play defense. Go on out there and stop the little guard you going against. I think Emmanuel quickly be looking better than Luca on offense sometimes. Like, goddamn, Luca, you can't just throw your hands in the air. Luca, you can't just let me just dribble, shoot. Cool. Of course, the points gonna look different. Luca is a ball stopper. If he ain't driving in and able to pop it up for an alley or get a good kick out and then person make the shot, Luca is just dribble, shoot. Oh, dribble. Let me get a foul and see if they get a shooting foul. Like I think Luca was the downfall of the Lakers. I'm not even gonna say LeBron because LeBron won the chip.
Uh,
Well,
I'll, I'll say this.
you cannot talk
First
Chris.
off,
So you have
first
a
off,
team.
The chip was during COVID. I will give it to them though. They won a championship.
Hold on. What say?
I said, you said, and I said, don't talk unless you have a team. You don't
I
have
do
a
with the
Hearthstone
Rockets.
spray.
I've been with the Rockets, and I have Tita
What
Bella.
you a Pelicans fan?
Nah,
Never a day in my life.
he
You
been a
wasn't a Hornets
Rockets
fan?
fan since a
Never a
nah.
day.
He's so much so he was a Rockets fan. So much so he used to put the little Asian dude on the start lineup when we
Oh,
played
yeah, he
Thank,
2K.
did. He did. Oh, you
thank
was a
you,
Chris Paul fan. Even then.
thank you.
Disregard Joe Tate. You was a Chris Paul fan.
Look at me
You
with
had
the
a jersey.
Pelicans. I already jumped ship a long time ago.
You know what? This is off topic, not relating to the NBA. But I am willing to down this hill. This could be for next week. I'll put Chris Paul top 5 point guards of all time.
What are you judging off of?
That is a good question.
Well, I'm judging
Because
off of.
I got
I can
five right
make
now in my head. So
I can make a legitimate argument that he's not. If you want to take it there.
He's one of the best. I want to say, he is one of the best in facilitating.
Jason Kidd and John Stockton was a better. So that already will put him at 3.
Both better. No. That takes him out of the top 5 because you got
I
3
still
ahead
didn't
of him.
mention Isaiah Thomas. So
You got Isaiah Thomas, Steph Curry, and Magic. That's 1, 2, and 3 right there. And then Kidd and Stockton are over him.
all right, yep, already de-bust.
I could agree with that,
You're a little whole shenanigan.
Topic's over. Didn't even need next week.
I'm just saying.
Imprint. Go on, get him out of here.
Mike, you said if he was going to take an L today, I'm just saying, bro.
Hey,
Jason,
but
do
was that really L?
you realize
Yes.
that? Do you realize that Jason Kidd led 2 teams to the finals, and the only reason he didn't win is because he played Shaq and Kobe and the fucking Spurs. Like, nobody's beating those teams except those 2. Like, the Spurs was the only team that could beat the Lakers and vice versa. And he still ended up with a ring with the fucking Mavericks.
If I'm being honest, it's also some players that don't have half of the accolades, but if you look at skill set and everything, I would say they was better than Chris Paul.
Bro, no bullshit. Can we be honest here? Is Russell Westbrook not in that conversation of being over Chris Paul?
He's better than Chris Paul to me.
Honestly, yeah, I would put him over triple double. I'll put a triple double average over Chris Paul.
We still didn't even mention Oscar Robertson. So that's what I'm like. It's players who probably don't have accolades that I would take over Chris Paul. He great for his era, but he's not top 5. He's not even top 7. Even if I'm not even gonna lie, skill set accolades aside, I would say John Wall was a better point guard than Chris Paul.
I was
Trae
thinking
Young has better
borderline top. I was thinking borderline
got-
5 before we started talking, and now I'm starting to think borderline 10.
What about Kyrie, bro?
If that, maybe 15. Yeah, I was
That's
gonna say
what I'm like.
15, maybe.
I'm like skill set. When you throw skill set in there, that whole conversation change.
But that's why it was important to differentiate what you're asking. Because if you're talking prototypical, it takes people like Kyrie out of there. But if we just talking like I'm drafting and who I want to start at the 1, nah, he's not top 5 for me, brother.
If I'm being honest, even when I brought up John Wall was more consistent. John Wall had more seasons where he was averaging over 10 assists. Trae Young is an actual good point guard as well. Where
I
at the
can't
end of
put
his
Trae
career,
Young over Chris
no, I
Paul,
said at the
though.
end of his career. I said at the end of his career. End of his career. If we're going off a skill set and stats, he's going to have more numbers than Chris Paul. Points wise,
I could see
we
him
already know that.
surpassing Chris Paul eventually, maybe. Yeah.
That's why I'm like, eventually, further in the future. But
And
that's why I'm like,
I got
Shane.
all the love and respect for Chris Paul. But here's the other aspect we didn't even bring up. What they say, the best ability is availability. Out of all the people we named, he getting hurt first.
I mean, he's old as hell. I mean, he's
At the
old
worst
as hell,
time
too.
possible,
He's talking about
too.
in general. He's talking about in general.
I'm talking about in general, brother.
You can count on him to get injured in playoffs
Because I'm like,
Hamstring,
when you need
something,
him.
bro.
I mean, okay. Let's be real though. Let's be real though. Like the time when he was with the Clippers, from the Hornets to the Clippers, he never really been injured like that. And he hasn't really
Okay.
made the.
You said exactly where I was going. He is not clutch, by the way. He blew a 3-1 lead to goddamn Patrick Beverly and Josh Smith.
Hold
And James
on.
Harden.
Hold on now. No, you can't put all this on Chris Paul now.
What?
Hey,
Why
Pat
not?
back then was a dog though.
So fuck James Harden though, huh?
James,
What? See, you just got caught. With Steven, he don't know basketball.
you brought up the Clippers and the Hornets.
But we mentioned the Rockets, right?
No,
Yeah,
we was,
here's the problem with you bringing up James Harden. If you go back to that series, the game 6 where we came back from like 15 points in the fourth quarter, you know who was sitting on the fucking bench? James Harden.
But
James
also,
Harden wasn't a part of that.
didn't he not James Harden, but dang, I'm drawing a blank on his name now.
That was
Point
the
guard. Didn't he hurt his hamstring too? Didn't he end up having a soft tissue injury also that playoffs?
No, that was
You're talking about when he was with the Rockets. He's talking about when Chris Paul was on the Clippers and was up 3-1. And we came back and beat him. Go back and watch that game 7 too. Chris Paul did absolutely nothing in that game 7. What about when he was up 2-0 on the Bucks in the finals and then lost 4 straight?
and if I'm not mistaken, didn't he have a lingering injury that year too?
That's all I'm saying, brother.
At some point in that playoff, some point in that finals, he wasn't even shooting like that.
Like he's honestly like a more available version of AD at a different position.
Can I throw another name in there too? Rajon Rondo.
Dude.
I'll take Chris Paul over Rondo just because of accolades, but skill set wise, I'll take Rondo over more traditional. If you put Rondo on that same Lob City team, Rondo would have probably even more assists.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I feel like, and I'm not trying to disrespect Chris Paul, but I do think he gets overrated just a little bit, bro.
That's what I'm like. That's all. I'm going off a skill set more than accolades. That's why I even brought John Wall up. Just because I'm like John Wall, Kyrie. You have Shea. You have other guards who have better skill set, and you can be like, oh, Chris Paul is a great leader, but also he runs out his welcome every place he goes.
He's been on a lot of teams.
Russell Westbrook is definitely better than Chris Paul to me. He's a better rebounder, just as good of a facilitator, and a better scorer than he is.
This one from Chris having a brief thought, and then us just going into a whole dissection of this nigga body. So I'm happy.
He unmuted his mic on us.
Man, so this could be a topic for next week. Topic got ended in record time, 5 minutes.
I don't even remember what we was talking about before then, bro.
We were literally talking about Lakers and Rockets.
Lakers and Rockets.
It is the perfect time to go ahead and call it quits because we are at time. Chris, I will go ahead and say before I end this, I'm proud of you this week, Chris. I didn't have to throw the flag on you 20 times.
No flags.
Say shit.
It's still
no flags, 1 L.
It's still improvement.
I mean,
we're healing.
Hey. Like I said before, I'm only gonna put my input on shit that I think I may know.
You thought you knew Chris Paul was top 5.
Yeah.
It
wasn't a thought out part.
That is it for us this week, YouTube. We will catch y'all next week. If you enjoy the video, share with a friend, hit the like button, hit subscribe, and don't forget to let us know what you think about this week's episode in the comments. Catch y'all next week.
Go Pistons.